The Bride of the Cursed Lake. Chapter 11. Guardian of Sorrow. Part 2. In the days that followed, I wandered the shoreline in silence, hoping to glimpse something familiar in my reflection. But the man I had been no longer lived there. The feathers on my arms did not fade. They simply were. They no longer ached or cut through my skin, no longer tore at my flesh, striving to break free. They had become part of me, not fully human, not fully other, something in between. When I needed shelter, the chapel of the drowned bride became my refuge. The stone did not ask who I was. The wood did not flinch at what I had become. They took me in, and I asked nothing more of them. The forest, the rivers, the lake, they gave me everything I needed. I no longer hungered the way I once had. Berries, roots, the occasional fish, all came easily. I needed no fishing lines, no hunting snares. My hands, my sharpened senses, they were all I required for this new way of living. I was not surviving. I was simply existing, woven into the stillness of this place. At night, the pain returned, but it no longer terrified me. My body knew what to do. The shift was slower now, more fluid. Wings unfurled from my back, like memories taking flight. My breath thickened, my skin gave way, and I returned to the lake. She was always there. Anna. We glided side by side beneath the moonlight, our dark forms trailing in silence behind the others. The white swans no longer fled from me. Perhaps they understood. Or perhaps they simply accepted. Anna never spoke, but she didn't need to. Every tilt of her neck, every flick of her wing, it was still her. The way she had once looked at me across a room. The way she had reached for my hand without thinking. The lake had taken much, but not everything. Each morning the sun gave me back a body shaped like the one I once knew. Each night the lake returned her to me. Not salvation, but something close. A life. I accepted the cycle, and with it, I accepted the sorrow. A haunted grace threaded itself through me, through us. What once would have killed me, I now let in. I now let be. I now called it love, even as I called it loss. I watched the water for hours each day, the expanse like a bruise across the landscape. At times, Anna's figure emerged through the mist, or I thought it did. I remembered how she had laughed that first night when we crept to the lake's edge. There were so many of them. How did they find this place? The swans drifted close that evening, curious and knowing, as if they understood more than we did. The reeds whispered against each other as we watched, as the white bodies slipped beneath the moon. eyes followed them like stories she almost remembered, almost believed. Her fingers curled around my hand. She didn't know how far she would go, how far we would go. I am meant for more than just this, James, she said. I meant for more. Her words hung over the lake, haunted me as I sat by the shore, waiting for the sun to fall. The memory slipped away with the mist. The night stretched long and low over the lake, and Anna glided just ahead of me. Then, for the first time since the change, I heard her, clear, sharp, her voice threading through the darkness. I know why you're here. The sound of it cracked something inside me, something I thought long lost. What we were, what we could still be. You will always follow me, won't you? Her voice faded like a current pulling away, but her meaning remained. Still Anna, still the woman I had loved. I followed her through the mist, my wings trailing behind hers, struggling to hold my shape as the night thinned and the first gray light brushed the water. The lake had taken much, but not this, not her voice, not the part of her that knew me, and not the part of me that refused to let her go. I no longer drifted alone. The shadows and light reframed themselves in ways I never thought they could. Each new dawn pulled me back, closer to the shore. Each morning, the sun gave me back a body shaped like the one I once knew. Each night, the lake returned her to me. I hid among the trees when the daylight stretched too thin, watched the swans move through the mist, like memory slipping into memory. Each cycle drew me tighter into its orbit, tighter into its gravity. I felt the pull, the ache to surrender, to forget. But I held fast to her memory, to my own. Whatever else the lake had taken, it would not take this, not while I still had a breath to defy it.